Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Do remember, if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right here and select all to receive all notifications upon the videos that come out on this channel. Also, my backup channel is Tony Harvin Network if you'd like to do the same. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the channel, liking, subscribing, leaving your comments, whether positive or negative. Much love and much prayers to everybody out there. This here is live conversation number 315, live conversation number 315. We up to 315 conversations. You understand? We here to talk about depression. We here to talk about that topic. I know many out there is, dealing with this type of situation in reference to depression. We see a lot of trolls out there, a lot of haters making videos of negativity. Put this out. You understand? Put the positive stuff out. You know what I mean? Put the stuff that you agree with out also at the end of the day. You know what I mean? We talking to those trolls and those haters out there, man. You know what I mean? They take little parts out of it on your channel and stuff like that just to try to use your name to make views and stuff like that. Put this out. You know what I'm saying? When we have topics like this, at the end of the day. You know what I mean? All right, what's up to everybody in the chat room? Everybody upon this evening. Y'all know my disclaimer. I'm not a pastor, preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church. You understand? Shout out to all the trolls out there, man. Shout out to them. They're making their little shorts and videos and stuff like that, making money and stuff like that, and things of that nature. Shout out to them because they tuned in. They definitely tuned in. What's up to David B? What up? What up? What's up to Jen Juice? What's up to Flemings? Channel moderator Rashid. What's up to Rebecca Hood? Sandra Williams, Brittany Morris, Poochie Smith. What up? What up, Poochie? Poochie Smith. Shout out to you. What's up to Mr. Ham? What up? What up? What's up to the Prophet Speaks? What's up to Tommy Ingram? Shout out to you, man. Hope all is well out there in Alabama. All right. What's up to Henry Ross? What up? What up? Rebecca Hood, you says, I would get seasonal depression every year, but my growth in the Lord, living by the truth of God, has helped in all ways with that. All glory to God. That's the first time I heard of seasonal depression, from the things that, people telling me about depression, because honestly, I haven't been through depression and stuff like that, so I don't know what it's like. I haven't walked in the shoes of a person feeling in depression and being in a dark place. You know what I mean? So those out there who've been through it, maybe you could share briefly some of your experiences and things like that, the causes, the treatments, and what did you do to help prevent it from the next time around for those out there. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be a troll. Listen, trolls, haters, come out and have a conversation. You understand? We all human beings at the end of the day. All right. Rebecca Hood says winter cold months depression. What you mean by that? Winter cold months. Okay, you're talking about like November, December, January, and stuff like that. Did you talk Jen Juice? Let me get to this one. I'll probably get back to you at Rebecca Hood. Jen Juice says some causes of depression are traumatic or stressful events, such as physical or sexual abuse, the death or loss of a loved one, a difficult hardship, or financial problems, bipolar disorder, alcoholism. Wow. Traumatic or stressful events, such as physical or sexual abuse. He says the death or loss of a loved one. You know what? Sometimes I think about, situations like that, as far as like, family members that you're close with or anything of that nature. You wonder like, who's next? Would I be able to handle it at the end of the day? You understand? I think about stuff like that, not to the extent of depression. I've had family members who passed on, and things like that. And, I'm not going to say I'm cold hearted or anything like that, but Me, I understand that, one day we got to go at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I don't mean to sound cold hearted and stuff like that, but I do know some people who find it hard to deal with when a family member pass on and things like that. You know what I mean? Now I haven't had like a real close besides my sister when I was young, and I didn't understand death at the time. Now I'm older, you know. So I don't know how I'm going to react if it was if it was to happen, Lord forbid. All right. You said sexual abuse. I haven't been through that, so I don't know what people go through in a situation like that. I know some of us know who Mr. Hassan Campbell is. The way he explains his story about how that pioneer of hip hop molested him back in the day. Look what he's going through. You know what I mean? You says hardship, financial problems. Financial problems. My thing is, when people going through financial problems, I don't get it. You know, if they have like a loss of a job and stuff like that, listen, it's me. I'm a grinder. You understand? It's plenty of jobs out there. I know a lot of people may not be strong minded as others, so I get it. He says bipolar and alcoholism. All right. Rashid says, I never thought of being depressed until the day of my mother's passing in 2020. What got me through God and my lovely wife? Hallelujah. Fleming says, sometimes it's inherited from one's parents. V. Coleman says, I used to have depression, but not anymore because I work stuff to strengthen me. Special when I got get past Gino, I look a lot of positive things that helps me, and I feel great staying away from negative. Okay. Shout out to Prodigal Son. What is the sad face emojis for? What's up to Maddie? Oh, you said I'm going through it hard right now with my anxiety and depression. Anxiety. Well, I was watching something. I think I was watching some type of sports, and certain athletes go through things like that. So it had me weed out. Like these guys got fame, money, and stuff like that, but yet they still go through these type of things. You know, money could do but so much to those type of people. You know, that's what I got from that when I was watching when I was watching that. What's up to Bobby? For sure, we'll do pray for prodigal son. Bobby says my grandfather would get depressed every spring. I don't know why. Winter is depressing because we're stuck inside for me anyway. Well, like I said, I don't know. I don't know about weather depression and stuff like that. That stuff don't bother me. Whether it's a blizzard out there, I might go run. You understand that? Whether it's 120 degrees out there, blazing hot, I might go run. You understand? So, like I said, I don't know how it is with certain people who get depressed when certain seasons come around. You know what I mean? I don't know. I never heard of that before. That's the first time. All right. T says, hope I can watch this later. I'm going to my Bible study. All right. Shout out to you. V. Coleman says, I don't let anybody stand in my way because it's only me and this is my life. So now I realize it doesn't matter. I have to take care of my mind, my soul, and my spirit because everybody. Thank you. Continuing. Okay. I don't see the other comment. What's up to 9-3? I have depression due to lack of family support. I'm having a hard time now because my youngest sister, Jasmine, life was taken away a year ago by a 14-year-old. She was only 21. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Wow. That right there is some deep stuff right there. I mean, a lot of that stuff goes to my mind, whether I'm at work, whether I'm in the gym, or whether I'm just walking in Walmart, So every second is a blessing, for sure, All right. Fleming says, if a situation is always negative or even stressful, it may head in that direction. For sure. What's up to Peculiar? Shout out to you. Nicole Martin, shout out to you. 9-3 says depression due to extreme loneliness. Loneliness. Now, what do you mean by that? Like, family don't want to be next to you. or somebody, let's say if it's a woman who wants to get married or vice versa. Are you talking about stuff like that? Let me know. Jeremy J says, does the Lord speak to you personally? Does the Lord speak to you personally? You talking about like a verbal voice? No. Dreams? Sometimes. Sometimes. I believe it was a week and a half ago. I explained something like I had a dream about, this individual. Not that race plays a part in anything, but it was a young black, officer and things like that. Someone who has too much pride and things like that. What I got out of that dream is humility. Certain dreams I get out of certain things, but I know how to differentiate certain things. If I become a millionaire in my dream, I ain't gonna say, you know what? The Lord said I'm gonna become a millionaire. No. You understand? And when certain dreams happen, I'm not running around saying I'm a man of God, I'm a preacher and things like that. No, I know my position. I'm just a YouTuber. We all have dreams that we could take certain things from, but just that some people run ahead of themselves, and once they have a certain dream, now they're an apostle, now they're an evangelist, and something like that. You know what I mean? Although there are people out there who are really called and really get sight and verbal speaking from the Lord, but that's not me. Bill Ding says, praying to the Lord heals us from all depression and negative thoughts. Jan Drew says, relatives with a history of depression can also be a cause of depression, suicide too. Henry Ross says, I don't know if I've had depression, but I do feel for those who truly going through it. Fleming says, dealing with being bullied, peer pressure, or harassment, homelessness, violence, or poverty makes some people anxious. Being bullied. Somebody sent me a video of this false prophet out there in DC, and he was speaking about me and another person. And he said Tony Harvin was bullied. That's why he act the way he do. Really? You know what I'm saying? You was back there in Jersey City with me on the block. You was on Fulton Avenue, Orient Avenue. You was in PS-15 school, Lincoln High School, to know if I was bullied or not. You understand that? But no, I wasn't bullied at all. You understand that? Tony Harvin was never bullied in a sense like that. No way. You know what I mean? All right. So you says peer pressure. Peer pressure. Yeah. I tell my kids, listen, if somebody's bothering you, somebody's saying this, let me know. Doesn't matter what they say they're going to do. Let me know. That's very important. If you got kids out there, for sure, talk to them. Absolutely talk to them. Harassment, homelessness, violence, poverty, homelessness. You know what? It was one time, maybe a few, if I can remember. I slept in the car. I had a little money, whatever the case may be, but I slept in the car and things like that. And was it a good feeling? No. You know what I'm saying? No. But as a man, you got to get out there and grind. I could be hard in that area as far as like if a person is a man and they have working abilities like their arms, their legs, and stuff like that, they should be able to go out there and look for work. I said, listen, if I could work 10, 12 hours a day driving trucks, you got the side hustle doing Lyft. You know what I mean? If I could do that, why these people acting like they lazy? Like they can't go out there and get it. You understand? It's plenty of things out there. But like I said, I don't know what these people are going through. I'm not walking in their shoes to really understand their mindset and their emotional set. You know what I mean? All right. Jeremy Dunbar. What up? Prodigal Son says, there's a lot of factors and triggers built up over the years. Dominique Miles says, looking for love in the wrong places, a lack of security, and not understanding how significant you are, you can lead to depression. Looking for love in the wrong places. I'm kind of tough in that area too. Homelessness and this love, because I wouldn't allow any woman, You understand that? To bring me down a path of depression. I don't care if they cheated on me or committed adultery a million times. It won't listen. No, no way. You understand that? No way. I will never allow a person to get me to that place. Now, I'm not saying other things can, like we talked about, death to close relatives if it was to happen. Who knows in that area? But as far as like love, we know people can hurt each other. Some people play with people's feelings out here. You understand that? That's why a lot of us got our guard and our shield up. If you're single, you talking with somebody, you trying to get to know them and things like that. A lot of us have our shield up because we've been through those situations before. You know what I mean? But some people are very vulnerable. They're very emotional and things like that. So when they get hurt, they might fall into a state of depression. So you're right. A lack of security and not understanding how significant it can lead to depression. Yeah, I've heard, some people going through depression, over a breakup, over a divorce, over somebody, cheating on them, committing adultery, abuse, not only physical abuse, but emotional and mental abuse. People. I mean, you definitely got to be careful who who you get to know and who you give your heart to. Now, I'm not saying that in the sense of, that person is over God. You know what I mean? We're talking about commitment wise. All right. He says the next good topic should be, will you sign a prenup? Will you sign a prenup? Man, will you sign a prenup? Wow. That could be a good topic, but it's like, there's a lot of people that's on this channel, they quote unquote holy. So a lot of them go against it because they feel as though people who get married for the first time should be married forever. You understand? It's like if you're signing a prenup, then it's like you anticipating a breakup or you thinking about it. Jeremy J. Oh, I don't know why you asking me these questions. You understand? You asking me these questions. I've been baptized in the name of Jesus Christ. I haven't been filled with the Holy Ghost yet. You know what I mean? Which is God's timing. Some people have been filled, but haven't been baptized. You know what I mean? So a lot of us are waiting or tarrying or whatever the case may be for the gift of the Holy Ghost. All right. Dominic Miles says, fear of the future leads to anxiety. Trust God in all your ways and lean not on your own understanding. He will make a way. It says, stick to the topic at hand. Hey, Fleming's funny. You funny. Rashid says, I think everyone has some form of depression at some point. Some have the ability to move on quickly, and some are deep divers. I was trying to finish the comment that I was saying. I have to be strong-minded when I think of negative things that's with depression comes from. I think about something else positive. V. Coleman. Prodigal Son says, Tupac, Scarface, and a lot of celebrities have anxiety and depression. Genju says, these lowriders and trolls are relentless. It's exhausting. On my big toes. Yeah. I mean, even social media. Even people on social media go through depression. They go through depression. Oh, they're not getting many likes. They're not getting many comments. People are calling them ugly, big nose. They're talking about your teeth. They're talking about how skinny you are, 135 pounds. You understand? They'll blow you away, threats, lying on you, and things like that. They're making these videos. Keith Walker. You understand? Folks in Canada. A lot of people don't know how to handle social media. They see videos of people talking about them, people calling them this, that. They're trying to fit in. You got to have bulletproof emotions when you're dealing with social media. You'll be surprised how many people committed suicide based upon social media. A lot of people look forward to comments, likes, views, and stuff like that. You know why? I don't know. You understand that? I don't know. But a lot of people go through that on here, social media in general. All right. The Comar says some people lose their loved ones, and that can cause depression as well. Life can go in a downward spiral, and that can cause depression. Rashid says mental strength and discipline are the keys to fighting off depression. Double O one says tarrying for the Holy Ghost can be depression at times when you want something and can't have it when you want it, but God is able. Pray for me that I receive it. For sure. And I get it, I get it too. I get that, I'm in the same boat, man. I'm in the same boat, you know. But would you call that something bad to really want, you know, that you can't get, that you might be feeling that way? You know what I mean? All right. Fleming says adverse life events such as unemployment, bereavement, or traumatic events, complex interactions, psychological factors. Prodigal son says being away from my daughter is triggering my anxiety. Well, I know the feeling. You understand? I'm a strict dad. I'm a very, very strict dad. Very. But in a sense, is this cat on Facebook? I don't think he's seen his kids in a couple of years. He always talk about it. You know what I mean? Talking about just business like that on Facebook, it won't do nothing. You know what I mean? It won't do anything. People tell him, go to the courthouse, do this, do that, fight this and fight that. You got to keep fighting for that. Those out there, who the women keep the kids away from them. And you're a good father. Just because they want to be spiteful and things like that, they want to keep the kids away, which isn't cool at all, for sure. All right. Henry Ross says, wait, I was bullied back when I was in elementary school, but it was weird though, because them were trying, but I wouldn't let them. Got to me, so it was laughing able. Bullying. You got a lot of people on social media that try to bully people. These people so-called call themselves Christians out here. You know what I mean? Making these videos. For what? You understand that? It's almost like a tug of war. I'm going to attack you with scripture. I'm going to attack you with this video. For what? You understand that? For what? Jeremy Dunbar says, I'm a friendly person, but I've learned to be reserved. It takes a lot for me to really earn my trust. It's really good. It's really a mood disorder, Fleming says. Jeremy Dunbar says it's definitely tough when you are with someone for a long time and then they are not there. That's why trusting in the Lord is so important. Well, I listen. Like I said, everybody has a different mindset. Maybe somebody will be hurt if they, depressed, if they have a wife or somebody that they've been dealing with for 15, 20, 30 years, and then boom, it's over. You understand that? But I don't stuff like that. You may be hurt for a couple of days on my end, but after that, I'll be over it. You know what I mean? Not saying I wouldn't care, but I set seal to myself that I won't let nobody, not one human being that has something to do with a relationship or a marriage, and won't bring my mind that way, down that path at all. You understand? All right? A lot of y'all said prayer. Wonderful. Says no woman is making me depressed or suicidal. He said Hades will have to freeze over before that ever happens. No way. Rashid says idle hands are the devil's workshop. Stay as busy as you can. Keep your mind and body moving with positive things to treat depression. Komar says that prenup will cause depression as well. Mr. Exclusive says, greetings and true of God family. 001 says, he says a great topic will be tarrying for the Holy Ghost, but fighting your struggles. You know what? I'm glad you said that last part, because if you had said the first part, that's something for a preacher. I could put something like, something like that, but I don't like coming off in the sense of like my titles and things like that, like I'm preaching. Time and time again, I tell these people I ain't no pastor, don't want to be one and stuff like that. You got some nutcase, they made a short video, they put Pastor Tony Harvin. They put Pastor Tony Harvin on it. Many times in all these conversation videos, 315, we say, we ain't a pastor, we ain't a preacher, we just a YouTuber. And yet they still put Pastor Tony Harvin. I don't get these people, man. But that's a good topic right here. That's a good topic. Fighting your struggles. That'd be a good one right there. Fighting your struggles. That's a good topic right there for sure. And the subtitle would be the Holy Ghost, tarrying for the Holy Ghost. That's a good one, man. Might talk about that tomorrow. 9-3 says, I sometimes think of just having a child randomly to cure my loneliness, but I know it's wrong. Being a single mother is a struggle because I was by my one, but I was taught how to survive, not to live. G4 says, I believe a child not having a father and mother together in the child's life can cause that. Well, I don't know. You understand that? For some people, yes. Time and time again, I spoke about not really having my father there. I didn't think about it. I didn't care. You understand that? I didn't really care. I was, busy, active, outside playing basketball, football, fighting, and all that, and things of that nature. So that didn't bother me. You know what I mean? All right? It may bother other people, for sure. It may. And it still don't bother me to this day. You know what I mean? For me, I think it made me be a great father to think about it. Because it's like every day I want to see my kids every day. I know some days I gotta work, I'm tired, want to sleep, stuff like that. I gotta have me time and things like that. But every day, because you gotta cherish those moments when the kids are a certain age, because they're gonna grow up. They're gonna go off to college, they're gonna go off to the military and things like that. I got two that's getting there to college and stuff like that. How quick time flew. You understand? Two about to go off to college in the next couple of years. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that I cherished those moments when they was younger and stuff like that. When kids get a certain age, 13, 14, they don't really want to be around mommy and daddy no more. You understand that? They don't really want to be around that. Now they want to, talk with their friends and, play video games and stuff like that. They don't want to be around too much no more. They don't want to give you a hug and kissy and pooey as the mothers do and stuff like that. They don't want to do that no more. But as parents, we still look at our child if you're involved as our baby still. All right. What's up to Bless? Shout out to you. David F. He says, are you in a relationship or dating someone? Well, I'm going to keep that one confidential. Usually I answer a lot and things of that nature, but I'm going to keep people thinking on that one. I'm going to keep those thinking. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep that one confidential because you never know. When and if Tony Harvin gets married, would I introduce the female to the world or to social media? I don't know because I don't really do that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I don't really like all that. All that putting, your wife up and stuff like that, and you some of these trolls and haters, they'll make a video or thumbnail. I'm not as good as PJ with handling certain situations like that. If they put my kids and my wife and stuff like that, in the video, you know what I mean? Now it might be something. Now you might hear something from me, Now you might hear something. But until then, I don't know if I would even post when it happens ever. When I get married and stuff like that. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because I'm not in all that, oh, this is my baby, this is my wife, and this is my sugar pie. I ain't with all that social media posting stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? But we'll definitely see, for sure. You know. All right. Dominique says Scarface had it bad. Tupac was trying to be something he wasn't. You're right about Pop. Prodigal Son says, I believe it's also evil spirits also, Tony. I agree. He says, we need more interviews, Tony. Well, see the interview thing, that's more so I Thrive podcast, the guy from the True God, he be knocking them interviews out. I do it once in a while when I can. This is more so my thing with the conversations, with the True God videos and things like that, So once in a while, we may have more interviews on here for sure. Prodigal Son says social media is the main trigger from Facebook. Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people become depressed over social media for what? For what? You understand? Because somebody called you ugly? Because somebody said you got big ears? Because somebody talk about my teeth? Somebody talk about my weight? Who cares, man? I really don't care at the end of the day. I actually find it comical. But some people, you can see, some people express themselves, you know what I mean, over social media. For what? I had to get this off my chest. What? You allow YouTube, Facebook, social media to get to you? That is really personally bothering you. You got some people out there like that. We just had a recent situation. For what? You understand that? For what? All right? He says the live interviews are brilliant. Absolutely. Oh, you talking about live interviews? Yeah, man. Just one person. She want to come on, but she a little shy and whatever the case may be. And a lot of people are shy when it comes to like interviews and camera work and stuff like that, because a lot of them, they know there might be a little backlash from people over social media. People on social media can be harsh. You know what I mean? But you got to understand this person's first time on a live. A lot of people don't know it. They don't care. They will say anything to get under a person's skin. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are not ready for that. With the live conversations. Now, if it's pre-recorded, they don't have to worry about the comments coming in as far as like live and stuff like that. What's up to Sandra Whitmore? What up? What up? What up? Appreciate that at Georgina Flemings. So Prodigal Son says Jesus and the prophets suffered from anxiety. Jesus sweated blood in the garden. I don't know what you're talking about on that one. I don't know about that one. 001 says no, it's not bad. It's good, but it's tough for real, especially when you keep falling into the same sins and know it's holding you back from receiving it. Wow. G Swole says, I used to be like that, looking forward to seeing who reach and comment on my posts, feeling some type of way, seeing none, now I don't care. Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot. There's a lot of people like that, for sure. You know what I mean? Man, I only got 10 likes on Facebook. That's it? I got 4,000 friends. Oh, man, let me wait like 5 more minutes. Man, wow, I still got 10 likes. That's it. Oh, man, I'm about to delete this post, man. I thought I was going to get 50 or 100. Let me put up this video, man. I'm about to get a lot of views off of this. That's a lot of trolls out there. You know what I mean? Like Keith Walker. You understand? The man who's getting paid over using Gino name. You know what I mean? And my name, my other YouTuber's name. These people are crazy out here, man. They want to talk like that because they're trying to make some money. And if they don't get the views, they're not going to make as much money. That's why they keep putting out that type of stuff. You understand? So there are a lot of people out there like that, for sure. And you got a lot of people. You got a lot of people are like that. And Doing Holiness says, what's good? Blesses my brother, for sure. David B says, the Lord says, be anxious over nothing. All right. Let me see. What's up to Tabitha J? We have to understand that every bad feeling isn't anxiety or depression. You have to be able to acknowledge honest emotions, feelings, because A buildup of emotions can make up depression and anxiety. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right, V. Coleman says, I work in a food pantry today, and at this church, Faith Apostolic Church, they had a big Santa Claus in there, and he moved scared me. That thing looked at you as you walk around. I was scared. Fleming says, depression really affects how you act, think, or feel. mm. He says, no, he says, not Pastor Harvin. I don't know why they keep calling me that, man. I don't know why they keep calling me Pastor Harvin. Never said that no one time in my life. Prodigal Son says, Pastor is a big responsibility. I don't want that responsibility. You're right. You're right. It is a big responsibility. You're behind a pulpit and you operate in the word of God to the people. You understand? You know, but you got a lot of these pastors out here who stoop low, who operate in their flesh. They don't preach Jesus. They preach other people, like these trolls and haters. They wanna call themselves pastors and apostles and elders, elder this and elder that, but yet they still they preach and teach other people besides Jesus Christ. All right. So you're right about that. What's up to Michelle? What up? What up? What up? He says Bishop Harvin. That's funny. That is funny. What's up to Cell Express? What up? What up? What up? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. He says Archbishop. Prodigal Son says broken homes cause mental health issues, especially in this era and generation. Johnny says, greetings. I've become stronger just listening to how you are always on the grind. Appreciate that, man. You know, that's what these live conversations is mainly about, to help people. Despite whatever we're talking about, depression, we're going to talk about, you know, what type of foods we like, jobs, whatever. You understand that? To just have this conversation to relate to things of the topic at the end of the day, for sure. You know, you got these creeps out here, these creep trolls, man, they try to splice the videos up. They try to change the narrative, and they don't even know what's going on, you know? All right? Mr. Exclusive says, one thing that I have learned is when you are pursuing the Lord, it is a struggle. You never know struggle until you decide to seek the Lord. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Sandra Whitmore says, always remember that in a relationship or a marriage is not guaranteed because you will never know the move the other person will do. Keep God first. That's a deep one right there. We said a relationship or marriage is not guaranteed. What do y'all say about that? You know, based upon the other person's move. Doran Holiness says it's a mental fight between you and the devil. Prayer and fasting and keeping the scriptures on repeat is a must. You need some spiritual food. Turn on TOG. All right. G Swole says, how would you feel if your father popped back in your life? He already did. 2002, you know, when I was approaching high school graduation and things like that, even before coming to the truth, to the church and stuff like that, you forgave him. You know what I mean? Hey, man, it's cool. It's all good. You know, all right. I'm going about my business. You understand that? I never had no harsh feelings at all. Even being, how old was I? 18, 19 years of age. You know what I mean? Never had no harsh feelings. Hey, it is what it is, man. Keep it moving. But some people would dwell on it. Some fathers would dwell on that, man. Listen, man, keep it moving, man. That's the past, man. If it didn't bother me, you know what I mean? Why is it bothering you? Get over it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that was me. 2002. Around 2002, I think. Towards my high school graduation. All right. Prodigal Son says, I can't accept it. You know, you got a false prophet who said something about my father too. You know, it's good that them people are over there in Canada, man. It's real good. I tell you what, it's real good. You know what I mean? It's real good that people like that are over there. You understand? Note that. Prodigal Son says, I can't accept, Tony, that my daughter's getting older. I feel like I'm not needed. That's my problem. Oh, listen, man. I got to worry about that right now. You understand that? I got an older one, you know, graduating, year and a half, going off to college or the military. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, man, we had to do it. So we got to accept I know a lot of mothers go through that when their child get older, 17, 18, they're going off to college and stuff like that, or they're going to live on their own. You know what I'm saying? Because they found a good job. Some people, it's hard for them to let go. You know, whereas though you got some parents who allow their children to stay in the house, so they feel as though they can stay there forever. You know what I mean? Some families are like that. All right. I mean, hey man, I got to deal with that. You know what I mean? I mean, we still are needed as parents in some ways, but we got to realize that they're getting older, man. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to learn certain factors of life and things like that. All right, for sure. So I got 3 daughters, man. I got 3. I got 3, man. All right. Jinju says nosy people in this chat wanted to know Tony's relationship status, and you had another person comment on a person's channel. They said, I thought Tony said he had 3 kids, 3 daughters. You idiot. You understand? Those people try to change the narrative. You know what I mean? They go run back with these lies and change the narrative to certain things. 3 daughters. You know what I mean? That don't mean you got 3 kids. You understand that? There's another gender out there, which is a male. You understand? All right? So they stop trying to be in people's business to those ones commenting on other people's channels and whatnot. Oh, he got 3 kids. He got 4. His father this, his father that. What are you worried about other people's businesses for? I'm not talking about the person who asked about my relationship status on here. I'm talking about something else. You know what I mean? But people can fall into depression and stuff like that if they let certain things like that bother them at the end of the day, for sure. But I do know here on social media, people will ask questions like that because they may find you interesting. So they want to know, are you in a relationship? Are you married? What type of foods do you eat? What type of car do you like driving? Do you like exercising? You know what I mean? What's your skill? What's your talent? Can you sing? Can you rap? Can you do poetry? Can you play ball? Can you play football? Can you fight? How many kids you got? You understand that? Can you cook? People like that over social media and whatnot. You know what I mean? And that's just something I had to learn at the end of the day. Certain people, they find individuals interesting. You know what I mean? Whereas though you may have a troll, they find you interesting, but they have jealousy within themselves. That's why they say what they say, and they make these type of videos that they do, for sure. Georgina Fleming says, I delete some of these ridiculous questions. Well, you're using a different StreamYard, so you still see them. Yeah, I can see all messages. Even if it's deleted or whatever the case may be, I still could see them. You know? That's why I want to get you on here one day, you know what I mean, to see how you are with it, like how Christopher is and things like that. It's easy once you learn it. It's easy. You know, you don't have to be on the screen. You can just play the background or whatever the case may be and just monitor the comments. So once you delete it or whatever the case may be, it'll be gone off the StreamYard also. All right? Nah3 says, do you have advice on someone that is struggling with the spirit of rejection and loss of self-identity? Rejection. What do you mean by rejection? Nobody want to talk to you? That's what you're talking about? Like, I don't know if you seem like you got a woman name, you know, but if you're a male, are you talking about if you're interested in somebody and they don't want to talk to you? Are you talking about going for jobs? Are you talking about family rejecting you? What type of rejection are you talking about? All right. CJ, he says, I believe the Lord is prepping me to have thicker skin and to not get offended so easily, especially when people trying to bring me down. It's a hard task, but I'm learning. The Lord is my strength. Wonderful. Jeremy Dunbar says, somebody called me ugly. I will smile at you and say thank you for your opinion. That isn't important to me. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And that's what a lot of people on social media do to people who they have some type of jealousy for. You know, well, look at him. You know what I mean? He got these big ears. He got these pointy Caucasian nose and stuff like that. He got them big, you know, they would use racial slurs at you, even your own kind. You know what I mean? How can a person handle that? You know what I mean? Stuff like that don't bother me. You know what I mean? Y'all heard the other YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Talking about my teethuses and whatnot. I find it comical. You understand? People talk about your teethuses and whatnot. You know what I mean? That's crazy, man. That's crazy that another man is analyzing you. Man, wow. I'm looking at his mouth. I'm looking at his teeth. What? You understand that? It's like, what? You know what I mean? Read between the lines. A grown man analyzing another grown man's mouth. Huh? You understand? All right, Paulette, what up? V. Coleman says, my mother had 5 of us, and she did the best she could, but she raised us to be survivors and independent, and I thank her for that. Jinju says, no human being would stop me from attending the end of year convocation because of pride. Well, pride. Let me know. Oh, man. He says pride. Pride, man. That's Sal says, I was very nervous during the last Trinity debate. Well, man, you know, like I said, a lot of people who come on the camera, they're camera shy. They don't know how to talk. You know, they start shaking, they get nervous and things like that. You know what I mean? It's serious, man. Being in front of the camera, a lot of people cannot do it. They can't do it, man. Even when they coming on to ask a question, they may be nervous, jittery, and things like that. So a lot of people who want to have biblical discussions and things like that who never been on the camera, they think because they know scriptures and stuff like that. But once they get on camera their first time, man, it's something different, right? It's something different, man. It's something different, you know? Mr. Ham says, I still don't believe in mental health because there are demon-possessed, the evil spirits. Michelle says, I got caught up in YouTube drama. I got into my feelings and the devil reared his head. After going in on the person, I was disappointed at myself, prayed that it never happened again and felt good. Well, here's the thing. You know, if you are expressing something like clarifying something and things like that, you know, some people tend to go off the hinge. They start cursing at people. They start, you know what I mean, going into these fleshly things if they call themselves a quote unquote Christian at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And you know, there is YouTube drama and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You may have some people that suck you in it. You understand? Like I said, they'll mention you. They'll mention even y'all on here who come on here often in the chat room. For sure. They'll mention those people's name who don't have nothing to do with being on the camera and stuff like that. You know what I mean? All right. I don't know why, but people will do that for sure. All right. Mr. Ham says the only reason why there's a thing called mental health is because they can profit off of it. Henry Ross says, I wonder if they would step in the ring and go some rounds since they have big mouths. Well, listen, man. Tony Harvin don't need no gun, man. You understand? What we need a gun for? You know? We don't need a gun. You know what I mean? We don't need that. And we don't promote violence at all. We don't promote none of that. You know what I'm saying? But you will have people on YouTube. It seemed like since I came out, whatever the case may be, you know, and people see that, you know, I fight and stuff like that, or have fought and won some certain things. Now everybody want to be a fighter. Now everybody want to mouth off those who, you know, are quote unquote Christians at the end of the day. For what? You know what I'm saying? When people start trouble with you over social media and whatnot, you know what I mean? It may be something inside themselves that they're dealing with. It could be pride, like Jinju said. It could be some sort of depression and things like that, or trying to fit in, or trying to get validation from the people at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You could tell there's some sort of mental health issue with this person or with these people at the end of the day, that they have to spew out certain stuff like that. You know what I mean? You never heard me spew out anything like that as far as like initiating something. All right? So you will have people running mouths, threaten you, say this, say that, XYZ, the whole 9 yards at the end of the day. Don't never let anybody on social media get you out your character. You understand that? All right? It doesn't matter who they are. They'll try everything. You know what I'm saying? They will try everything. And those could be the people who are dealing with something at the end of the day. You know what I mean? They coming on here, they listening to the conversations and whatnot, but yet they going back and using certain parts of the videos on here, or certain videos that they're using to spew out hate. For what? Just tune in, join the conversation, and we go about our business. All right? You know? Robert Kelly says, keep bringing the heat. Love from Vegas. Shout out to Vegas. Shout out to Vegas. Mr. West, what up, what up? G Swole says, have you ever got depressed due to working long hours as a truck driver? No. Nope. You know, I have my laptop with me. Sometimes I bring my camera and whatnot and things like that. As a truck driver, we're not at the desk all day. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more free will. If I want Red Lobster, hey, go get some Red Lobster. If I want to go to the park, go jog or something like that. If I want to take a nap, if I want to get my laptop, do some videos, whatever the case may be, I can. You know, as a truck driver, you know, I know working long hours is going to provide for me, my kids and family and stuff like that. I know it's beneficial for sure as a man to take care of my bills around this place, to live alone in peace. You understand that? The joy of living alone in peace, just peace and quiet. You understand that? Ain't got to worry about nothing nagging in here. You understand? You don't hear no nagging voices, no nothing. Just peace. You understand? Peace. You know, so I don't get depressed. I may be tired some days and stuff like that, or cranky in the morning, getting up 4:30. So as a truck driver, you're working these long hours, but then it's like, man, hey, maybe I do some lift, man. Maybe I'll make some extra, make some extra ends and stuff like that. Hey, why not? It's there. You know what I'm saying? I got some free time. I could spend 3 or 4 hours out there doing lift or whatever the case may be. Hey, it is what it is, but it's providing for the family, your kids. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, your well-being. You know what I mean? So I don't get depressed over working, for sure. Some days I could be cranky, but not depressed, for sure. 001 says the struggle is real. Tarry on God for something you really want. Whoever that is, Canada really got on Tony's nerves. Well, nobody gets on my nerve. Nobody takes me out of character. Nobody bothers me over social media at all. You understand that? They don't bother me. Never. You understand that? I don't sit back on my couch. Oh, man, they're talking about me again on social media. I'm going to go crazy. I'm depressed. I'm stressed. No, I don't worry about that because I'm not a preacher. You understand that? It's an honor that they are talking. That tells me that they're watching. And we just having conversations. We're not even preaching. You know what I mean? For a person to spend all day who quote unquote claim to be a preacher or a pastor or something like that, and they spend hours talking about you. They preaching and teaching you. Man, tell me something about my life that I don't know. I've been on here I've been on this earth almost a little over 39 years. You know what I mean? Over 39 years. You know what I mean? And they got a whole lot to say about Tony Harvin, man. I ain't never see these fellas in Jersey. Never saw these fellas. All right. Appreciate that at CJH. 1 Peter 5:9. You wrote. But one has to know how to work YouTube and stuff like that. One has to know how to talk. You know what I mean? As far as nothing, let nothing bother you on here. You may mention it here and there and here and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. But do know that, and I will say this, quote, nothing that anybody say on here in a negative format, you know what I'm saying? It don't bother me. It never did, and it never will. You understand? People that have said threats, talk about your children, talk about your parents. You had one person secretly record me. Well, 2 or 3, I think, at one point. You understand? I don't care. People going to try a whole lot at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But the most important thing is to keep pushing and encouraging the people. At the end of the day, they don't want to see you excel. They don't want to see you help the people or anything like that. For sure. They tried almost everything except ring my doorbell. Now we're talking something different. You understand that? Nobody has never showed up. You understand? To my residence. All around. That's something different right there. You know what I mean? That's something different. For sure. He said 3 daughters and 2 sons. Respect, for sure. For sure. And I've talked about that. So the person who commented like, yo, how he got 3 kids and now he got 5? Okay, when a person has 6 or 7 kids, at one point they have 2, then they might have 2 more. At the end of the day, we already talked about this stuff in other conversations and whatnot. So people would say things like that to try to get your mind to spiral. You understand that? To try to start something up. Well, he had 2 kids one time. Now he got 7. How did he get 7? Wow. You understand? They don't know over time things can happen. And we talked about that stuff already. We talked about having babies at a wedlock. We talked about that. We talked about things like that. You know what I'm saying? But people would try to conjure up stuff from the past and things like that as if you never talked about it before to make it seem like it's something new at the end of the day. You know what I mean? All right? He said people need to stop ear hustling and mind your business. He said, got too much time on their hands, mind your business. Yeah, you got a lot of people out there. You got a lot of people out there roaming people's Facebook pages, stalking people and stuff like that. And that's what those folks in Canada do. They stalk people. You know what I mean? That's what they do. They stalk individuals on here in the chat room. They try to look at your YouTube profile, try to see if you got a Facebook profile. They try these things. You know what I'm saying? They will. They got somebody in the background listening. They watching y'all. You know what I'm saying? They watching the names, the common names who come on here and stuff like that. They watching y'all. You know what I'm saying? They mentioning y'all names in their videos and what have you and things like that. You'll be surprised, man. You'll be surprised. You understand? All right? So if a person hears that, a lot of people can become depressed over that if they don't know how to handle things on social media. Dominique Miles says you have to be careful because people I learn information about you, then try to use it against you. Yeah, they will. Yeah, but this is social media, man. Like this stuff don't even bother me, man. But it can bother some. What's up to E? Shout out to you. What's up to Master Wu? But it can bother a lot of people. What's up to Sandra Whitmore? People always trying to get in your business, trying to make a soap opera out of your life. Keep the boundaries. He said Caucasian pointy nose. You have me dying with that, Tony. It's funny because it's true. Oh yeah. Listen, I used to crack jokes in school. We used to go back and forth. So I already know what's going to get said. I mean, you telling me something that I already heard in a joke battle before. You understand? People going to talk about your forehead, my ears, my weight. But we went back and forth in school and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. It was funny. So when a person says something about if you have joke battles back in the day and somebody call you, I don't know, skinny, big ears. You're like, man, I heard this before. What you saying ain't nothing because we already did that when we was kids and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And these certain individuals supposed to be quote unquote Christians at the end of the day. But a lot of people can't handle insults like that. So they will fall into depression. A lot of people. A lot of people. You know what I mean? He says people be acting concerned in the name of nosy. In the name of nosy. David B says, I called that guy an idiot after I heard him insult you. Well, it's true. He is an idiot. Simple as that. He is. Now, that's a true statement right there. You know what I mean? That's a true statement. You know what I mean? Because we don't believe in going around insulting people, for sure, especially when somebody, quote unquote, claim to be of holiness at the end of the day, for sure. All right. And listen, we could talk all that tough guy stuff and we could beat them up and stuff like that, but that's not the way. You understand that? That's not the way at all. At all. You know what I'm saying? That's not the way. What's up, the knowledge? What up, what up, what up? Yo, 001 says, I've witnessed demonic possession in the first church. I was praying next to someone and he was saying, Lord Jesus, then he would yell, get me out of this church, then going back to calling on God, then I moved. Well, I think Gino preached like everybody who come to church don't have God on their mind, or he preached about that, about, a person that he had to cast demons out. You know what I'm saying? At the church one time. You know what I'm saying? So you did right. Everybody who come to church may not be up to par. You know what I'm saying? It could be somebody who just first time coming in, or somebody who was backsliding, now they're coming back at the end of the day. But people would take this comment like, well, he said that. Now the whole first church is demonic possessed. You got people out there that will run with stuff like that. You know what I mean? They will run with stuff like that at the end of the day, but they don't get it and they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? When you really specify it, all right, and break that down. All right. Brittany Morris says, why are they all in your mouth like that? Always weird. Yeah, a grown man just looking at my mouth, man, chill, man. I'm gonna have to come on live like this and talk. You understand? Greetings, everybody. I'm gonna have to come on live like this. The man keep looking at my mouth. I don't rock like that. You hear me? I don't rock like that, brother. No way. 001 says, want to get my CDL soon. Any advice? Well, I got my CDL Class B 2012, upgraded to 2014. So I had to practice on the school bus for my B in 2012. I had 6 hours of hands-on training. And I think I had about 16 hours of hands-on training in 2014 for the CDL Class A. You know what I mean? But in these days, I'm hearing different as far as though certain companies want, people fresh out of school. They want you to have a certain amount of hours. I think it's 180 or something like that. I didn't have time for all that, man. So some people, if they got the money for it, just pay for the hands-on training. Some people just go to the DMV, take the test without studying, you know what I mean, to see how it is. But I got my passenger endorsement from my B. You can't get the passenger endorsement if you just go straight to the A. You understand? Because that's a truck. That's not a bus. Got the tanker endorsement, hazmat at one point. Of course, the air brakes. But study your CDL manual from your state. Study questions online, practice questions and things like that. But if you can, try companies, because some companies can help you get your CDL. You know what I mean? Some companies can help you. Stevens Transport, Schneider. Who else is out there? U.S. Express, Western Express. There's a lot of trucking companies out there that will help you. Just type in on Google, paid CDL training, training. All right. We're coming to a conclusion. For sure. Appreciate that at V. Coleman. Appreciate that for sure. Appreciate that, Nicole. Solid Express, I'm a truck driver too. As well, it's really free will, and living alone with peace and quiet is all I need with no... For sure, man. For sure. I know his neighbor was standing watching me rake my yard. I stopped and just looked at him and went inside. Prodigal son said, Tony's physically fit and eat balanced diet. That eats up anxiety and depression. It could be true. Bible says living alone doesn't mean one is lonely. And the peace is wonderful. Absolutely, man, for sure. Mr. Ham says, true, a lot of people have forgotten that God can deliver us from the things some Christians don't believe can deliver. Do you think politics can be the cause of all the depression due to recession that they keep hearing. Some people, pay attention a lot to the news. They said they're talking about your looks because they got that funny eye. Nah, the Jamaican dudes. Yeah, the ones that's very, very, very hard to understand. Very hard. What's up to Ashley Hood? What up? What up? The Jamaican dudes. McGregor, Luke Edmond, the one with the funny eye, and you got the other one, Akeem Blake. He's a light skinned dude with the beard. the one who got all those OnlyFans models and whatnot on his IG. You know what I mean? They want to talk down on other people, but yet look at their folly. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got a lot of those out there. They want to say, "Whoa, this person is this person is that." Man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason sometimes you want to check certain people out, because, man, why this guy talking so much about me? You know what I'm saying? What about this guy? But we're not on that. If we see something about somebody, got a bunch of OnlyFans models and women with showing their cleavage a little bit, a lot. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to do that. We ain't going to broadcast that, man. Because I know that they are, contradictors and stuff like that. And they're just doing it for attention at the end of the day. Akeem Blake. You understand? All right. Sandra Whitmore says, tell them to kick rock. Said kick rocks and stay out your business. G4 says, what advice will you give a person that tries to stay away from holiday celebrations, feeling depressed about it? I mean, what's the point? I would say, what's the point of holiday celebrations, man? It's just, to me, some people take holiday celebrations serious. I don't know why. I mean, I've been stopped celebrating that stuff even before coming to church and stuff like that. I just feel as though, Christmas and stuff like that, it's like, what's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point at the end of the day? That's just me. All right, Gino P, what up? Shout out to you. Definitely will send up prayers. What's up to Sister Davis as we come to a close? Jeremy Dunbar says, I was, big as a teenager. I used to hear them jokes. Johnny says, depression tries to come at me all the time, but I go to the scriptures mentally or physically, and I'm fine putting my kids upon the Lord, for sure. I can't take jokes, but it depends how it's delivered. When I feel like certain people's jokes are really insulting. Understandable. He said, Tony don't rock like that. No way, I don't. No way. I don't have much experience driving though, probably but a few months driving small cars. Can I get my CDL and get right on the road? No, I think you need 3 years. 3 years having your regular license. I think that's still the rule. Right? You say you're talking about jerk chicken. Yeah, man. All right. Thank everybody for tuning into this live. As we come into a conclusion. Lord willing, we'll be on tomorrow with another live conversation. We do got more TOG videos coming to this channel and other channels out there. Facebook, Daily Motion, Rumble.com, TikTok, as we do it. I hope everybody have a blessed night. It's a pleasure hearing from you all for sure upon this topic. I'm Tony Harvin. I'm signing off. May you all have a wonderful day. Please, peace. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Do remember, if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right here and select all to receive all notifications upon the videos that come out on this channel. Also, my backup channel is Tony Harvin Network if you'd like to do the same.